Hello and welcome to the virtual Y. My name is Njigia and this is a somatic meditation class. I am so excited for today's class as I'm going to teach you all a very sweet and very short practice. And hopefully this is something that you will feel inspired to possibly bring into your world day to day or just whenever you might need it. So with this practice, this is something I'm going to guide you into doing, but typically in this space, I'm usually, giving you ideas on what to do and how to feel, and how to tune in and talk to these different parts of you and how to express and move your body in ways and different ways and how to tune into these emotions. But today, I'm going to actually guide you to listen, to hear. And obviously, we're not in the space together, which would be amazing if we were. But since we are virtually together, I won't be able to hear or see how you're moving or what you're saying to yourself. But I trust that whatever comes up is exactly what is needed. And so I'm just going to go right on into it, and that will make sense once we're in the practice. But again, this is a very sweet and short practice that you could literally do whenever. First thing when you wake up in the morning, when you're laying in bed. It could just happen maybe if you're just noticing like you're making dinner and you're feeling some emotions come up. This is a great practice to just stop what you're doing, give yourself maybe like 3 minutes and do this practice, and it can be really healing. And so right now we're going to begin, and so you can go ahead and find a place to sit or lie down even, and maybe close your eyes if that feels better. I'm going to close my eyes just to kind of tune inward as I also move through the practice with you all. And you can, again, keep them open or keep them closed. And what we're doing is we're going inward. Even if your eyes are open, you're tuning into your body. And what we're looking for is we're just scanning our body for actual sensations. So just noticing what your body feels. What are you feeling in your body? It can be anything from actual like tingles or a vibrating sensation, or it could even be like sometimes we feel this heaviness or this more muddy type energy in certain places of our body. Other places might feel really expansive and light and open. So just tune into your body, maybe scanning all the way from the crown of your head and slowly moving its way all the way down. Might be helpful to see and tune into what you can feel. And when you have found a place, just bring your attention to that area. And so I feel just like kind of like a heat area, like a space of heat, or just kind of like this dull kind of heat is the best way that I can explain it. But it's in my left knee. And so I'm going to tune into that space. And so whatever area you're tuning into, say out loud what you feel. So I will follow, and I will lead it, and you can follow my lead. And so I'm feeling this heat energy in my left knee. And so I'm saying that out loud. And so whatever it is that you feel, you say that out loud to yourself. The actual thing you're feeling and the area in your body that you feel it in. And so begin talking to that space inside of you. And I'm going to lead, and I'm going to say, I'm going to actually speak to this area as if it's like a being or a person. So I'm going to say, hey, left knee with the heat in it. How are you doing? Why do you feel so hot, left knee? What's going on with you? Talk to me, I'm here. And so you can also do the same thing in your own words, in your own language, speaking to that area inside your body, calling it out, saying its name, saying what you feel, asking what is going on with it, why does it feel that way, what does it need you to know, talking to it, and giving yourself some space to see if you receive an answer. And so I'll give you all some silence so you can say it out loud, maybe again if you've already done it. Say it one more time without my voice in the background and see what you can hear. And if you're having a hard time hearing anything, maybe placing a hand on that area and speaking to it again with that hand on it, comforting it, holding it. And so even if you haven't received any message, and sometimes you can hear something very clearly. My knee told me that it was tired, and it went into a little bit more detail of personal reasons of why it's tired. And so sometimes you receive very clear information on why it's feeling that way, and sometimes maybe you won't. And even if you don't, just allow yourself to place a hand on that area, gently massaging it, letting it know that you love it, that you're here for it, that it's safe with you, and that you always want to know how it feels, and that it can continue to share with you how it feels and what it needs from you. Just saying loving words, just giving yourself more love. No judgment, no needing to get rid of it. This knee or whatever part of your body is a part of you, so it is you. And so again, we're going to always continually to respond to these areas with us and within us with love and with non-judgment. And so we're going to ask this part of our body, what sound does it need to make? And so ask this area, what sound does it need you to make? A lot of times these places in our bodies are unexpressed. They're feeling a lot and they need to be seen, and there needs to be movement, there needs to be sound. And so we're going to ask this area, what sound does it need you to express right now? And so I'll allow you some time to tune in and to listen, and I will do the same. And so whatever sound it gave you, this is a time where you can bring that sound through you and actually say this and do this sound out loud. And for me, it asked me to do a deep hum. And so whatever sound it asks you to give it that sound. And bringing that sound, that energy of that sound to that area of your body. Doing it as many times as you need to. It'll give you some more space to maybe allow yourself to do the sound 1 or 2 more times. Beautiful. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to also continue to have our hands on that area of our body, and we're going to ask that area, what movement does it need from us? And so whatever movement it needs from you, go ahead and give that area of your body that movement. And for me, it asked me to bring my right hand over and to actually kneel, or to bring my forehead to my knee. And so as you do whatever movement it is, allow yourself to bring in some breath as well into whatever stretch or whatever movement it asks you to do. And just hold that pose for a while. And you can slowly get out of that pose. Maybe placing your hand on that area, maybe even two hands if that feels good. And asking this area, what does it need you to send to it? What expressions of love? What emotions does it need from you? And placing one or two hands on this area. Ask it and listen what it needs. And so for me, it says it needs compassion. And so I'm going to energetically imagine as if my hands can bring in this beautiful light of compassion running from the crown of my head all the way down through my arms and extending into my knee through my hands. And so I'm going to bring in some very gentle, soft breaths, imagining that with each breath that this light of compassion is pouring into my knee. And you can do the same for whatever energy, whatever vibration of love that this area of your body needs from you. And I'll give you a few moments to do just that. And you can place that second hand off of that area if you did place two. And then you can ask this area, what does it need you to say to it right now? Does it need anything from you? Does it need you to say something in particular? I'll give you some moments to listen, to hear. And so the message that this area is asking from me is there's nowhere you need to go. There's nothing you need to do. There's no one you need to be to receive my love. There's nowhere you need to go. Nothing else you need to do. No one you need to be to receive my love. And so whatever message that that area of your body needs from you, this is the perfect time to go ahead and say it. And the last thing that you can do is bring in just some breaths into that space, maybe placing your hands onto your heart. And breathing in and out through your nose, but breathing into that space inside of you. The space inside that felt that sensation, whatever it was. Allow your breath to bring it more spaciousness, more love, more care. And you can begin to open your eyes if your eyes were closed, coming back into the space that you were in, maybe placing one hand on that area of your body, just orienting yourself back into your environment, looking around, bringing yourself back into your space. And then tuning inward and seeing and feeling, what does it feel like? How does your knee feel, or your shoulder, your wrist, or whatever body part that you had tuned into originally? Maybe closing your eyes quickly to tune in, to feel. And so for me, my knee still feels a little warm, but it feels open. It feels like held. It feels like it's merged with love. Yeah, so it feels just really sweet, actually, like really beautiful. And so tune into whatever you're feeling, what sensations are arising, how it feels in your body. And so this is a practice that you can literally do whenever. I think it's a great, and you could do it a lot more condensed, a lot shorter as well, and just move through so we did touching it, the talking to it, bringing in some breath, some asking what movement it might need, asking what sound it needed, holding the movement, holding that pose for a little bit of time and sinking into it a little bit more, and also bringing some breath and some loving energy with touch. And so you could do all of the different sensations and the different ways of meeting that part of your body, or you could just choose like 2 or 3 if you only have a few moments. And so this is a beautiful practice to continue to connect with your body in your own ways, and it's something very simple that you can bring into your day-to-day world. So I hope you enjoy this practice, and thank you all for engaging with it and engaging with your own wisdom and with your own body, more importantly. And I look forward to seeing you all again next week. Thank you.